Hey guys, welcome to Telly Talk, where we talk about what's on the telly, and by that I mean we talk about what's on our minds because we're Telly. And I'm Soul,
And I'm Tyler.
and this week we're talking about on our very first episode of Telly Talk. We're so
The
excited for this.
Lego Batman movie.
We're so excited for this podcast. We're talking about the Lego Batman movie, a good non-gay gay movie for Pride Month.
Soul's favorite movie ever, and one that I have never seen before until this morning.
It's not one of my favorite movies ever. I really like artsy plotless movies. Those are my favorite movies.
Okay, film major.
But this is like definitely up there. Like I've definitely said
Wait,
this
wait,
to
wait.
a film teacher. Yes, I love the Lego Batman movie.
Can I tell the funny story about how I accidentally watched the wrong movie?
Yes.
Okay. Guys, listen. I knew we were going to be watching the Lego Batman movie for this podcast today. And I went to my TV and I grabbed the little remote and I pressed the microphone button and I went Lego Batman movie, and it brought up a different Lego Batman movie where it's like all of the DC superheroes in it and like Superman is a main character. And
Ew.
I was watching it and I was taking notes on it and stuff like that, and all of my notes were kind of like, this is so much less funny than everyone says it is. What's the big deal about this movie? Batman's not even in it that much. He has like 3 lines. Like Joker and Superman are and Robin are carrying this. This is not a Batman movie. Why does everyone like Lego Batman? And then I decided to look up on TikTok like funny Lego Batman scenes because I wanted to see what if it would get funnier. And then I was watching the TikToks and I was like, this is not the same movie. So I pressed pause and I read the entire title and it was like Lego Batman DC Superheroes Unite. So I googled that and then I googled Lego Batman movie like normal and I saw they had different covers and I was like, I'm watching the wrong movie.
That was
Um,
hilarious.
I don't I don't recommend it. The regular Lego Batman movie is much funnier. Ah, 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 ah. I pressed the button on my earbuds and Spotify on my laptop started playing really loudly.
Okay.
It was terrifying. It was music I don't listen to, and it was just a rap song started loudly blasting in my ears.
Okay. This was like my third time watching this movie, and
Really? I feel like you've seen it more than that. You talk about it like all the time.
it's so good. Listen, I can have a favorite movie that I've only seen once.
That's you're right. I don't rewatch movies a lot either, to be fair. Okay. So the beginning of the movie, the intro where he's like doing a voiceover to the normal movie intro that's like not even when the movie starts yet is really funny.
Yes.
That was like I knew I was watching a much better movie than the other one because the intro was hilarious and the movie hadn't even started yet.
My favorite thing about this movie is that they say all the action words that they're doing. They make their own sound
Oh my
effects.
god, when they went like pew 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 when they were shooting the bad guys
Yes.
at the beginning, I loved that. Like all of the dialogue at the beginning with all the background characters was just really funny, and then just like nothing bad ever happens to me, and it was just
I love that.
so many little
Wait,
guys.
in the beginning of the movie, Batman's like, play my soundtrack. And he literally wrote his own soundtrack. Like, all the songs are about him, about Batman. And he wrote
Hmm.
them himself. And they're all like rap, hardcore, level
Yet he
10.
doesn't like his son writing music.
He doesn't. That's like. I see myself as this Batman. This Batman is such a
I see
me.
myself as this Robin.
Yeah, you are definitely the Robin. For sure.
It's
Like,
settled down. I always say that I'm Robin. Like I was Robin for Halloween this year, and people always ask me which Robin. And the thing is, I don't really know because I've only I know all of the Robins, but I've consumed them just like a little bit of each one, so I don't specifically know which Robin I am. But I suppose I am this one.
this one is like, no, you're not this one. This one, no. This is Dick Grayson. He is
Yeah, I know it is.
the original Robin,
He's
and
he's a little
he
guy.
turns into Nightwing. And I don't think you're this Robin. I think you're like, I feel like You lean more towards the Ginger Robin. I don't know much about him, but I feel like you like him the most.
Like, I own a couple Robin comics, but they're each like a different Robin, so it's like I don't know each of them well enough because I just consume a little bit of each of them.
You should look into the Ginger Robin. He's
I
like my
will,
least
but
favorite one.
the way this dude acted in this movie, I relate to the Robin.
Yeah, this
And
night, like this Dick
Lego,
Johnson. Dick Grayson.
Lego Dick Johnson is me. I like the adult joke when he introduced himself. When he introduced himself, and he's like, "The kids call me Dick," and he's just like, "Well, children can be cruel."
I love this Robin. He's like such a little baby. As the movie goes forward and Batman like sees him more as his son, I love that he gives him like fatherly lessons during life-threatening situations. Like
I know.
in the end, I like how we're already jumping to the end of the movie, but in the end of the movie where they're like although they're all squished into like that one jet driving away from all the flying monkeys, Robin's like, "Yo, your number 2 needs to go number 1." And he's like, "No, I told you to go back at Arkham. Like, I told you not to drink that water. God damn it. Like, what is wrong with you?"
It's sometimes Batman acts like a toddler, and sometimes he parents Robin like he's a toddler, and just like, "No, I told you to go before we got in the car."
I like that he doesn't like ignore him and like push him away. He like just does his little dad
No, literally
thing.
the entire time he kind of treats him like a son.
It's so cute. Like he like unknowingly cares about him, even if he like is actively ignoring him. He still like tries to like keep him safe.
Yeah. So the 2 segments of this podcast are going to be Batman being a dad and then Batman and Joker being gay.
Batman and Joker are so gay for each other, especially Joker.
Okay, when Batman first like came in, like his first appearance, I went, what did I write down? I said Batman is a drag queen, and then I went, he's literally singing right now. This is drag. He made his debut by dressing up as a woman, and then I wrote down that Legos make it very easy to put on disguises.
He did.
And then he started singing, and I was like, this is a drag performance.
I have a question for you. And in the end, I keep jumping to the end of the movie. In the end of the movie, where they like make up, where they're like,
it looked like they were gonna kiss, right?
Yes. When in the
I
end of
thought
the
they were
movie,
about to kiss.
when they clicked the city back together, right when they clicked and they like came together really close, do you think they shared a kiss? Just like a real quick.
I think so, because they were like their faces were touching.
Just like a
they
little.
They were about to kiss.
No, I think they did kiss. Like
I think they did kiss.
in the giant wide shot of like them on the 2 towers, they definitely shared a kiss. Like right when they clicked together, like they definitely did that. And then when they did the close up, they like cut away from the kiss because they're like, oh, we can't show 2 gay superheroes kissing.
During the Joker's, one of his first appearances, he literally did he call Harley Quinn girl buddy?
I think so.
And I was like, that's not how a straight man talks to the woman.
Batman also.
What's up, girl?
Batman also,
buddy?
in the end, calls Barbara like platonic woman, coworker, friend.
Yeah, I feel like the joke of that was you could tell he had a crush on her. Like that was a joke. Was he's like,
no,
yeah.
He definitely doesn't. He literally was like, this is platonic work friend. I'm gay as fuck. Like he didn't even like.
No, I think that was a joke.
He didn't even like sound like he
because
was,
when she walked in, he was like staring at her like, oh my god, this is a pretty girl. And then at the end,
well,
he's
yeah,
like,
but then
yeah, totally platonic, no
but
feelings
then that's
here.
after like he realized he loved Joker.
Why can't Batman just be a polybicon? Oh, then I wrote down they are in love, and then I wrote down he calls him Jaybird. That's a cute nickname. And then is the plot of this movie him coming to realize he needs Joker, because that's what it's setting up right now. It's giving Megamind.
All superhero movies come to that conclusion. Like, oh, you need your villain. Like, in the live action Batman movies and, like, The Dark Knight, he's like, you can't be Batman without me. Like, you need me. Like, I'm the Joker.
Yeah,
Like, without
my
the Joker,
conspiracy
there is no
theory.
Batman.
My conspiracy theory was the reason that he has let the crime go on in the city for like 100 years without stopping it ever was because he's sad without it, so he just never completely stops the villains on purpose.
Yeah, like, I feel like Batman plays Bruce Wayne. Like, Bruce Wayne isn't Batman. Batman is Bruce Wayne. And I feel like
Mm-hmm.
Bruce Wayne turned into his, like, persona, and he is now just Batman. And without being Batman, he is nobody, and Bruce Wayne is kind of just a boring, familyless, lonely dude who lives in a multi-billionaire
Yeah.
mansion.
Okay, so this guy is like immortal. And this is why I have the
Which this
theory
guy?
that Legos can't die. Batman's immortal. He's like was like the guy of the year for like 90 years straight and was like they connected to all the other Batman universes. And then I was like, well, if a Lego dies, I could just put them back together. So I've decided that Legos can't die.
I thought this was interesting because, like, every fictional universe is canon.
Yeah, the multiverse thing was really tripping me up because they connected it to like all of the other Batman movies, so all of the DC universes in it. And then Iron Man exists in it, so it ties it into Marvel. And then it's like
Harry
all of the
Potter,
other
Lord of the
franchises
Rings,
are in it.
Godzilla,
And it's like
Wizard of Oz.
every franchise that has Legos was in it. And then I was like, well, the Lego movie kind of like the regular Lego movie already kind of established like a multiverse with
Yeah.
the Legos, so this just like furthered that.
Yeah.
But then it also connected it to the real world because it had real Batman and like live action movies playing. And I want to know how deep the Lego multiverse goes.
I think, you know when the city ripped open and there was like a portal in the crack? I think that's the same portal where, like, in the Lego movie that, what's his name? Chris Pratt falls into? What's
I
the,
forgot that was Chris Pratt.
what's the character's name?
Um,
Guy.
you know, the guy.
Guy.
You know,
I feel
guy.
like, wait, that's his, like, purpose, though. He's, like, so unforgettable and normal that he's just a guy. So when the guy falls
Yeah.
into the portal and he goes into the real world, I feel like that's where the real world ties in.
I know his name, and it's like on the tip of my tongue, but I can't think of it. It's like
Emmett. It's Emmett.
every like generic white boy name was like going through my head, and I was like Ted.
I was like, Ethan. It's got an E.
I knew it had an E too. The only thing I remember the E, so I was like Ted. It's Ted.
Ted.
Ed has an E.
I have another question. Where were the other superheroes? Because he called all the other, like, C-list villains, but none of the other superheroes showed up.
Yeah, like so the like Sky Jail is like a portal that connects like
Or
all of
none
the
of them,
multiverses,
like, if we're connecting the
but the
Lego...
heroes can't go through that.
No, but, like, when the villains came down to the Earth and were, like, tearing up the place, where were the other superheroes? Because they were all at, like, Superman's...
Oh, the superheroes that are like in their own universe. I thought you
Yes.
meant like Harry Potter to fight Voldemort.
No.
Well,
That can also be a thing, because, like, where the Master Builders can travel between each universe.
Maybe they did. Yeah, the Master Builder should have been able to come help. I was gonna say the other heroes just gonna go through the portal, but the Master Builder should have been able to. And the other heroes were just too busy being dicks to come help.
But, like, every villain to ever exist showed up in Gotham, and they're like, oh, we're too drunk partying at superheroes.
They all had a
Fortress.
hangover because it was like the day before. Like Superman should have
That's
just
no
been able to like push
excuse.
the
But,
city
like,
back together.
half of the superheroes can't even get drunk because of their metabolism and their powers. So, like,
Is
there
that
should have
like
been.
canon?
I mean, yeah, like Captain America can't get drunk.
Well, yeah, I just didn't know if that was a DC thing too.
I feel like it is. Like, I feel like alcohol doesn't interfere with Superman.
I think it'd be funny if alcohol affected Superman. The only thing that The only thing,
Kryptonite and alcohol. That's his weakness.
yeah, he has two weaknesses: kryptonite and alcohol.
But like, I feel like
What if kryptonite has alcohol in it? What if that's part of
I don't think
its?
it does.
Oh, that was the plot of the other movie. It was like they had all the materials for kryptonite, and then they made a fake kryptonite that was only 80% kryptonite, so then it couldn't hurt Superman. And then it was like a tracking device, and then Joker came in, like, killed everyone.
What?
The plot of the other
Yeah,
Batman movie involves, like, kryptonite.
That's so weird. Wait, Superman was fighting the Joker?
Well, the other movie is like Batman and Superman and Robin are all working together to fight the Joker, and Batman keeps like failing, and then Superman has to come like save him.
Ew.
Here, let me look at my notes from this. I was.
I have something to say. In
Okay.
the more recent Batman things, like movies and TV shows, they've just been hating on Bane. Like there hasn't been this much hate for Bane. Like Bane is now seen as like a low, stupid, dumb villain. Like in the show Harley Quinn, that's such a good show. It's also very gay. You guys should go watch it. Bane is just like a horrible villain that nobody wants to work with, and
That's
he's
kind
like
of
really
funny.
stupid. And in this movie, Batman just like hates on Bane for no reason. Like he just randomly punches Bane every once in a while. And it's kind of sad. I feel bad for Bane.
But yeah, in the other movie I was watching, and I went, Batman is overpowered. LTBH. And then I went, poor Robin, I hope he becomes a villain and fucks over Batman. And then I went, Superman is even more annoying though. And then I said, but the Clark Kent guy's pretty cool.
Superman is an ass. He's like what it's like the opposite of an incel.
I get what you're saying.
Like
But yeah, Superman
he's
was
like a frat boy.
yeah, Superman was really annoying in the other movie, but Batman was also annoying. I only liked Robin and the Joker in the other movie. Like Batman wasn't funny like he was in this movie. He would just wait. All Batman does is sigh and grunt. When does he ever speak more than 3 words?
The
I
Batman
thought he was supposed to be funny.
The Batman in this movie is hilarious. I love the way he says computer. He's just like, hey pewter. Pewter. Hey pewter. Do you know
Peter,
pewter? Do you
Peter.
pewter, show me the status. Hey,
He
pewter.
says vigilante weird. Like everyone else said
does?
vigilante normal, and then he's like vigilante.
Vigilante.
He's like a rich boy. It's posh.
I also love his laugh. It has like no warning, and it's just full like max laugh right out of his mouth. Like he doesn't like build up his laugh like regular people. He just like
Yeah.
it's like full max volume, and it gets me every time. It's so funny.
No, I agree. His laugh in the movie was great. Oh, Joker at the end when he dramatically put on lipstick, that was also really gay and preparing to kiss Batman.
Oh yeah, they definitely kissed. That's
That was
why
like right before they kissed too.
that's like why I think they definitely kissed when they put the city back together.
At the end I was confused because did Robin not know that Bruce Wayne was Batman the whole time? Because it was like he was in his house and then he took him down to the basement, was like Batman. And I thought he just put it together. And at the end he was like, wait, my 2 dads are the same person? And I was like, you didn't think they were the same person the whole time?
No, like the whole movie, Robin was like, "Oh yeah, I have 2 dads now, like Bruce Wayne and then Batman, because Batman lives in Bruce Wayne's basement, or Bruce Wayne
I don't know,
lives
I
in
just thought he
Batman's
put it
attic."
together at
No,
some
he's
point.
too stupid for that. He's too naive.
Like, I know at first he thought it was like, ooh, he lives in his basement in the attic thing. Like, that was funny. But then I thought, like, at some point he put it together because he was just, like, with Batman all the time and they have the same voice. And
they're
I don't know, I
co-parenting.
thought he put it together. It was the same house.
No, Batman and Bruce Wayne are gay for each other.
Obviously.
They're gay.
And then at the end I realized he, like, never put it together. And I was like, oh.
He's just so innocent. He's such a baby.
I love him very much. I relate to him.
My favorite scene in the movie is when they're arguing, when Batman and Alfred are arguing, and Alfred's like, "You need to go outside. It's daytime. Like you have to go to this event." And Batman's like, "No, I'm a crime-fighting vigilante who is does nothing but rage and lay in the darkness 24/7, 7 days a week,
He was
at
like, no, no, no,
100%."
no, no, no.
Yeah,
No.
and then like flipped around on the stairs and was like, "No."
And then he convinced him to do it by being like, it's like he was a toddler. He was like, what if we play dress up first? And then he was
He's
like,
like,
ooh, dress up.
he's like, "We're gonna play dress up. You
Like,
can
this is
go
how you
through all
bribe
your
a toddler.
tuxedos." And then they were in the limo, and he was like, "Batman, you need to take off your cowl." And he's like,
Yeah, his mask was still
"Fine."
on. And he was, it's like a little kid refusing to take off their like superhero costume. And
That
then
was my
even when he's
favorite
like
part.
alone in his house for like a week, however long
Yeah,
he was alone in his house, like moping, he just had his mask on the whole time.
I
And I
think
was
that
like,
was
man, this
literally
guy's
just a
sad.
day. That was
Oh,
literally a
that's
day.
funny.
Like he like got home from being like out of a job, and then like he just like went and microwaved his little lobster in the giant gourmet fancy kitchen. He used a microwave. And then he sat on his little jet ski in the middle of his giant underground Batman water cave with all his boats and yachts and other water transportation. I feel like that's supposed to
I,
emphasize how lonely he is.
is this why you relate to him?
I'm not lonely. I just like that he's raging at 100% all the time and listening to rage music. I like in the end
Mm-hmm.
when Robin's like, "Let's put on some tunes," and then put on like this light and happy song, and then Batman's like, "Absolutely fucking not. This is making me rage. Let's do this."
Rage.
Like he kept the happy song because it made him rage. It made him angry, but it also made Robin happy. So like they were both happy
He's
about it,
such a
and
good
so
dad.
he kept it on.
He's such a good dad.
They're so cute.
I love how the song was just like, I wake up and then I text my dad Batman. Like, it was adorable.
Batman was like, "Robin, it's 7:30."
I want more duets from them.
They're adorable. This also like shows how the Bat family became canon in the Lego universe because Barbara is like actually Batgirl, like in the canon DC comics. The little things about like the environment in Gotham, like in Arkham, there was like on when Batman and Robin were like in jail and like they're behind the glass, there was a little sticker on the glass that said "Don't tap on the glass," and I thought that was really
Oh,
funny.
that's funny. They had a lot of detail in the movie. Did you see at the beginning in the plane scene how pretty the colors were?
Oh, I was admiring the colors the entire movie. Like in the end when they're like fighting, when
Yeah,
Robin and like Alfred were like falling off the jet and like Batman was like diving and stuff, all the colors were so
yeah.
pretty. Like it was like the background was like orange and red and like his eyes and his mask were blue.
Yeah, the movie like made the sky like really beautiful and then like complemented it with the people in the movie. I don't know, they did such a good job like coloring.
I want to know how much is like stop motion and how much is like animated, like computerized, because
Oh.
definitely the backgrounds and stuff are like real and the characters are obviously real, but like are their movements animated or like are they like doing it stop motion?
I assumed it was just animated to look stop motion.
It They actually have like Lego sets
That's
for the
crazy.
movies.
I thought they animated it to make it look real. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but
Oh, that's crazy that it's actually
I think
real.
it's like part stop motion, part computerized, like with the facial expressions and like the fluid movement. But I think they
Man,
do have actual sets. Let me look this up. I'll put the picture up on the screen. But like this photo is from the set. But this
That's
Lego,
like a.
that's like a real photo from the set.
Oh wow, that's crazy. They're like characters,
It's like
like
a
in real life.
thumbnail from a video of making the Lego Batman movie.
Why does Batman not have shoes?
Well, his shoes are tied to his pants, and that's
Oh
when he
right,
had
right,
to
right.
rip
I
his
forgot
pants
about that.
off. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah. Where are his pants?
I like how we did that backwards. It wasn't his pants are attached to his shoes and he had to take his shoes off. It was his shoes are attached to his pants and he had to take his pants off.
Yeah, that's exactly what he said. My shoes are attached to my pants.
I
They're
know, I know. I just thought it was funny that we said he had to take his pants off and he had to take his shoes off and that's why his pants are gone. We just like flipped it for no reason.
he had to take his pants
Um,
off, but his shoes are attached to that, so he just had to take everything off.
yeah,
They didn't just they. I mean, they really wanted to examine his pants. You don't know what could be hiding there.
obviously.
A big weapon. What was your favorite
Oh,
part of the movie?
this isn't my favorite part, but also with the like way they say what they're doing with like pew pew pew. I like the Joker being like blink 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 blink.
Oh, that was. I love that moment. He's like,
Um,
you're lying, and he's like, no, I'm not. Blink, 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 blink. And he's like, dude.
my favorite funny part of the movie was like the whole bit about how like Batman doesn't want to go outside and like hisses when the sun came out.
Oh, that's so
Um,
me.
and my favorite like emotional part was when they take the second family photo.
Oh my god, I like almost shed a tear during that. That
No,
was
it
so
was so
cute.
cute. It's like he opened himself up to having a new family.
And then he immediately rejected that and shoved them all into a jet and flew them to the other side of the city.
He wanted to protect them.
He was rejecting them. He was just
If
saying he
they
was
got hurt,
protecting
he would have
them
been
just to
sad.
like make him feel better and make him get out of that prison to lie to the Lego brick.
I think it's like if they got hurt, he would have like been really hurt by that because he was starting to care for them. So he was like, get rid of them and then they can't get hurt, so then I won't get hurt.
No, I think he just tried to push him away because he was afraid of a family.
That would make sense if it was a normal situation, but they were also literally fighting like a battle.
But like they're all capable of fighting.
Yeah.
So like I think he was just afraid of a family.
Afraid of fighting on a team.
Yep. But he was on Justice League, so I don't understand.
I know.
I
Plot
I
holes. Plot
I
holes everywhere.
well, I guess he like got kicked out of Justice League because they had the party without him.
Damn. There was a lot of people there.
There was a lot of people there. I thought it
No
was
way
like a
that that was,
five-person team.
me too. That was like everyone they know, not just Justice League.
Yep.
Wow. Sorry, Batman.
He's like, wow, you guys are having the 67th annual Justice League party without me? Again? For the
Yes.
67th time?
Oh my god. In the other Batman Lego movie, they were like, this is the fifth time we've held this party, and this is the second time the Joker has ruined it. And I was like, the Joker's already ruined this party that the city holds once before, and they just like didn't have precautions to stop him from doing it again.
Nope. That's how Gotham works.
That's how Gotham works. They don't prevent any crime, they just react to it. Yeah, I end this movie as a fan of Robin and a Batman hater because he doesn't like Iron Man, and Iron Man's my boy. Sorry, Batman.
What do you rate this movie out of 5 stars?
5 stars? Oh my god. Okay, it was like really funny and really emotional in the dialogue, and like everything they did was like comedic genius. Like the timing of all of the dialogue, especially in the beginning, like the whole like intro bit was like comedic genius, like genuinely. 4 stars.
I give it like a 4.4 stars.
4.4.
4.4. I loved it. Would watch it again, but not for like another year and a half.
I feel the same way. If you like listening to our podcast, you should subscribe because we will be uploading one of these every Friday for the foreseeable future, where we will talk about movies and some other random things that happen in our lives.
Yeah, whatever
Um,
we think about, like how clouds are made.
what do you think of the Lego Batman movie? Is it gay enough for you? Continue this in the comments down below.
What would you rate it out of 5 stars? And if you haven't watched it, go watch it and then comment down below what you thought about it. Subscribe!
See ya, suckers.